All right, welcome back to Peace Out, the channel that documents my peaceful journey out of the Mormon Church. My name's Daniel Jesse. Here I am, and we're in my fabulous home studio here. Whatever. We call it home. Whatever. So, anyway, I was going to make a video today about my response to the Arizona child abuse case with the Mormon Church and how it was dismissed and all that. Just thinking about it and thinking about it, I'm just like, so much has been said about it. The case really pisses me off, and I don't have any nice words to say about it at all, but who does, honestly? So anyway, I decided to not make a video about that because there's been other YouTubers that have done it, fantastically well, and I really can't add anything else constructive to that dialogue or to that whole shit show. So I can't do that. Not gonna go there other than, scream and shout and stomp on my soapbox about how jacked up of a situation it is, and so we all know that, but not going to go there today. So what I am going to get into today is I found some story time here for you, and so bringing out the journals. We're doing a deep dive into story time, and this, sorry, hit the microphone there. This story doesn't have to do with really any unraveling of my faith crisis or anything like that. So it's kind of a happy story. It's a very interesting story, very happy story. But we'll get into this here in just a second. And it's a story that only 12 people in Utah could say that they've been a part of. So been one of 12 people to experience this particular scenario here, so it's kind of a cool thing. But before we get into that, let's get into the t-shirt of the week here. Let me stand up here, see if you can get a better shot of the t-shirt of the week. Hang on, stand over here. There we go. I can see, let's see, it's sort of in focus. Let me go like this. All right, that's not really working out. Let's stand over here. Maybe this will be better. Yes, we have limited space here in the Peace Out Studios, very limited space. But as you can see, this t-shirt says, "Sup White Jesus," with the Jesus up on the cross. And there is a story behind this t-shirt. So, let me sit down, probably get a better. I'm looking at my monitor over here to see if I can see a better shot. My fat ass stomach here. Trying to keep the rock stars felt, guys. Trying to keep the rock stars. Well, we don't want to go there. No, we don't want to see the profile. We don't want to see the profile. But anyway, the Sup White Jesus t-shirt does have a story. And the story behind that is that if has any of you ever heard of the show on Hulu called Reservation Dogs? And Reservation Dogs is a story about these native kids that live in Oklahoma, and that's about their life as natives living on a reservation in Oklahoma. One of the main characters, her name is Willie Jack, and she's a fantastically hilarious person. Love her to death. She's great. By the way, they just filmed their last season recently, and my wife and I watched it until like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's one of those seasons that you're either going to laugh your ass off or cry buckets. So there's no in between with Reservation Dogs. You're either laughing or you're crying, but it's a fantastic show. Great story and everything. But anyway, Willie Jack, the main character, well, one of the main characters, she's this native girl, and she's doing her morning prayer routine, doing her thing and stuff, and she stands up, and there's a framed picture of Jesus on the wall, And so without even skipping a beat, she stands up. She stands up and just like without skipping a beat, "Sup, white Jesus," and then just walks out the door. So I thought it was an awesome thing. And so far, I haven't seen anybody like. I always look for sound bites you can find on the internet to be able to use sound bites for Facebook comments, other internet comments, because I do that all the time. That's just kind of a dork that I am, But no one has captured the "Sup, white Jesus" soundbite yet. Maybe I'm going to have to be the one that does that. So anyway, I thought it would be awesome to put on a t-shirt. So I put "Sup, white Jesus" on this t-shirt. And this t-shirt is for sale on my Amazon store. And I will put a link below so you could purchase not only a shirt like this for yourself. Yes, you'd look fantastic walking through the mall wearing the "Sup, white Jesus" t-shirt. Everyone would. We all know that. And so you can go click on the link below. You can order your own "Sup, white Jesus" t-shirt, or you could also see the other t-shirts that I have for sale in my Amazon store. So you can support the channel that way. And so that's the t-shirt of the week is "Sup, white Jesus." All right, so let's dive back into the story about how I was one of 12 people to experience this particular scenario in Utah. Super unique scenario. So anyway, let's bust out the journal here. And let's see. All right, so here we are, July 30th, 2002. And so it says today's entry would have to go under the craziest thing I've ever done! Exclamation point.
Oh yes.
All right. This afternoon at about 2:30 p.m., I officially submitted my resume applying for the West Valley City, Utah mayor job. West Valley is the second largest city in Utah. All right. The previous mayor, Jerry Wright, died a few days ago from a massive stroke. Jerry Wright was also my 8th grade history teacher. Russ Brooks became the acting mayor upon Jerry's death. Hang on. Getting some better light here. All right. Russ Brooks became acting mayor upon Jerry's death. Russ Brooks was also my bishop of the Colony Ward for the same years up to my going on my mission in 1992. So Russ Brooks was also my bishop back in the day in 1992 before my mission. He has also been on the West Valley City Council for 2 terms now. The news story, this was also in the local news like on Fox and Channel 2 and all that. The news story said that he is expected to apply for the mayor job, basically a guaranteed job as the new mayor. The part where it gets interesting is because of Mr. Wright's death, his job has been vacated. Therefore, in today's employment section of the Salt Lake Tribune was a job posting of mayor for West Valley City. And I have that clipping, put in a scrapbook, that says mayor of West Valley City with a little description of the job. Technically, the only qualifications to be a mayor are live in that city for at least 1 year, be a registered voter. All right. On those grounds, I qualify. Yay me. Last night, I had made a copy of my professional graphic designer resume, which I've been using to try and land a graphics job because up until this point, I had been a graphic designer for Associated Food Stores, and I had recently been let go of that job. So I was in between jobs at that point. All right, I took that copy and with a black pen made a black slash after Objective Computer Graphics and Multimedia / West Valley City Mayor. The rest of the resume was professionally typed. In the interest section of my resume, I had already included that I am a client of Nightingale Conant Corporation, which is a personal development company. I'm not sure if they even exist anymore. And that I had a ton of public opinion articles. Well, not a ton. I had two, different than a ton. I had two public opinion articles published in the Deseret News and the Salt Lake Tribune. In the resume package I submitted to West Valley City, I included my graphics resume, a copy of the articles I had published, and another article I had written a couple of months ago about my ideas on how to gain more education funding. That article was emailed to 104 elected Utah officials. Many of them wrote back with favorable comments about the article. So, oh my gosh, drink here. All right, so I included a compilation of all of their responses. One newspaper article was about gun control, the other was about the George W. Bush presidential campaign. Today I drove to the West Valley City offices at 3600 South Constitution Boulevard. I was dressed nicely in tan slacks, blue dress shirt, and a black leather sports jacket. Yes, I look good. All right. I asked a lady where I would go to submit a resume. She pointed down the hall, second door on the left. So I go there and I asked another lady where I would go to submit a resume. She told me, "Oh, we're not hiring for anything right now." I quipped, "What about the mayor position?" She seemed kind of surprised. "Oh, that one." Oh, yeah, that one. Just then, the lady responsible for collecting the resumes walked into the office, and I handed her my resume envelope package. Which on the front of the 9x12 envelope, I had written my name for Daniel Jesse for West Valley City Mayor. I said thank you to her and walked out the building. My two main goals in all of this are to get the official thanks but no thanks letter from West Valley City so that I can prove that I actually did apply for the mayor's job. Second, to draw Russ Brooks's attention to my name, my accomplishments, and my goals. Okay, that's weird. Thinking back on that 20-something years ago. Third, I would love to get an opportunity to actually interview with the city council for this job. Fourth, if Heavenly Father intervenes and I get the mayor job or even a city council member job, I swear that I'll do my absolute best to learn, grow, and lead and make this city a better place. So I'm sort of serious about it, but not entirely. Throwing spaghetti against the wall. That's what I do. All right. Monday, August 5th, 2002. Part 2 of the craziest thing I've ever done. Today after work, I was at the Hunter Library photocopying some business statistics for my next door neighbor who owns a tire and wheel shop. While I was copying some information, my cell phone started vibrating. I looked at the number on the caller ID and I didn't recognize it, so I answered the phone and the lady on the other end said, "This is Sherry from West Valley City. The Salt Lake Tribune has called and asked for permission to release your information like your resume, your name, and your phone number." I was about falling over with shock and excitement. I said, "Sure, absolutely." Yeah, why not? When I asked about what exactly what newspaper was doing this, she said that they are going to run a story in tomorrow's newspaper about the candidates who applied for the mayor's job. So by now, I'm just stoked with shock and excitement and say, "Sure, absolutely, you can release my information." Yeah, sure, do that. About half an hour later, about 5:10 p.m., I'm at my mom's house picking up my mail and telling her the story so far. The phone starts vibrating, and I pick it up, and a reporter from Salt Lake Tribune is on the line. She asked if it's okay to ask some questions concerning my application for mayor. I say absolutely. She asked what I do. I said that I own a multimedia company, which I did at that time. It was called Digital Lucidity. Um, do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's see. She asked what I do. I said that I own a multimedia company called Digital Lucidity Inc. She asked how long I have lived in West Valley. I said for 30 years. She asked if I was a native to the city. I said that I was. She asked how I got into politics, and I said that I got into politics kind of ad hoc, where I would write letters to the editors of newspapers and had one published about gun control, another one about the George W. Bush campaign. I told her about the letter I emailed to the local elected representatives about an idea I had to raise money for education, and I had gotten some very favorable responses from many of the representatives. She asked why I applied for the job. I found myself with a loss of words. I said, half laughing, why not? I have nothing else to do. The worst they could say is no. The reporter thanked me, and we ended our call. So now I'm thinking that my chances of getting an actual interview for the job for mayor is very high. Time to put together a campaign platform. Yeah, do that. Let's do it in reverse. Let's figure out my campaign platform after I've already put my foot in the race. Not a good strategy. Whatever. See how this turns out. I think that I want to emphasize during my term as mayor is education, responsible gun ownership, creating more jobs and more empowered citizens by pushing on by pushing an entrepreneurial spirit to become more self-employed. So anyway, yeah, I'm all about education, entrepreneurialism, self-employment, and things along those lines. So here we go. August 6, 2002. Part 3 of the craziest thing I have ever done. This morning I got ready for the day at around 8:30 a.m. It was my day off work, and I went to the grocery store and bought a copy of the Salt Lake Tribune to see what was written about me in the article. I was somewhat disappointed to see that none of my interview was published. Well, damn it. Let's see. Only my name was mentioned as a candidate. I dropped my wife Kathy off at work and was going to have the car serviced right after dropping Kathy off. I realized that I had left my cell phone at home, and I needed to brush my teeth and shave. And so when I get home at about 9:30 a.m., turned on the cell phone, and there was a message from the Deseret newspaper wanting to do a news story on the mayor candidates. I called the guy back, and we did a telephone interview for about 5 minutes. It was very similar to yesterday's interview with the Salt Lake Tribune. So now I'm like high as a kite on disbelief and excitement, and yes. All right, I called my wife Kathy giddy as a school child. Wow, I wrote that. Giddy as a school child.
For the last time, no.
All right. And I told her about the interview. While I was waiting for the car to be serviced, I called my friend Jim at the art department of Associated Food Stores to tell him about what I was up to, because while I worked there, I would inform him about different political opinions. We'd have political conversations all the time, all of that thing. And so I called my mom's next door neighbor and lifelong friend Larry Burton. Some of my friends might know who Larry Burton was. He died a couple of years ago, but he was a longtime history teacher at Westlake Junior High. Anyway, so we were next door neighbors to him for my entire life. Anyway, so I called my mom's next door neighbor, Larry Burton, and said, Larry, I need some advice about what I might expect with a possible city council interview for mayor. He had seen the Tribune article this morning. He gave me advice that I should be ready to speak about crime, parks, the East Center complex, education, budget, the city's debt, I said that I appreciate his advice and that if I have any other questions, I'll call him back. All right. At about 4:15 on my way back to pick my wife Kathy up from work, I bought a copy of today's Deseret News. I found an article and some good quotes from my interview this morning were used. Among them, I told the reporter that I feel that I have a 1 in 13 chance of making it to the mayor's job, which is how the article starts out. All right. Now that I'm nicely represented in the newspaper, I'm excited to get a chance to actually interview for the job. Yes. All right. So moving along, August 7, 2002. Remember, guys, if you like this kind of content, hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. If you like it, if you think I'm just a total dumbass, hit the thumbs down button too. I don't care. Leave comments about what you think in the comments section. See how this goes. All right. So moving along, August 7, 2002, part 4 of the craziest thing I have ever done. Today at about 1:45 p.m., I was at work and taking phone calls at this call center I worked out. Cell phone started vibrating. I checked the caller ID. I didn't recognize the number. It was on since I was on another call. Let the voicemail pick up. After I ended the call that I was on, I went out to the hallway and checked the voicemail. It was Sherry from West Valley City. She said that the city council is going to interview all of the candidates. Each person will be allotted 7 minutes. This will take place on August 13th, which is a Tuesday at 6 p.m. My interview is scheduled at 6:21 p.m., so I guess I'm third on the list. I'm very excited and nervous now. I never even thought that I would make it this far in the process. Tuesday, August 13, 2002. Dun, dun, dun. Well, this evening at 6:21 p.m., I had my interview in front of the West Valley City Council, and the council room was filled with public observers. My 7-minute interview went better than I had hoped. I was fourth of the 13 to be interviewed. In the end, there were only 12 applicants because one turned out to be fraudulent. I wore my black leather sports coat, deep red long sleeve dress shirt, a red and blue tie to match, tan pleated slacks, and black dress shoes. So yeah, I looked like one of Gambino's crew. Good job, dude. Way to go. Yeah, baby. All right. Excuse me. I presented my opening statement to the 4 council members that lasted about 2.5 minutes. Then it was questions and answers. Some of the questions they asked were about my leadership history. Zero. Oh, geez. They asked about my leadership history. I talked about my organizing of Digital Lucidity Inc. and about the articles I had published in the newspapers and about the education proposal I sent to the elected officials, which garnered very favorable responses. Some of the questions asked I had to pull answers out of my ass, such as, how do you see your role with these whatever bunch of acronym types of organizations? And I'm like, oh shit. I said, well, I'm an artist, not a politician. I'm an artist, not a politician, damn it. Damn it, Jim. I'm an artist, not a politician.
Yes. No.
That's what they said.
No.
All right. I have a vision of what I want West Valley to be like. I will have to delegate to others to help achieve that vision. After all of the candidates were interviewed, the 4 council members took about 50 minutes to decide the new mayor, which was Dennis Nordfeldt. It was interesting to see that Russ Brooks wasn't chosen, although he still keeps his council position. And just the background, Dennis Nordfeldt was also the former chief of police of West Valley City, so he wasn't a stranger to the city at all. So former chief of police Dennis Nordfeldt got the job ultimately. Good for him. All right. And as a little sentimental side note, I had a photo of me with my dad during my 10th birthday in my jacket pocket. And I submitted my name to the prayer rolls of the Salt Lake, Jordan River, and Bountiful Temples. Yay me. Yeah, what a believer.
Oh, yes.
um, for me, this venture was 100% successful. I'm glad I did it. And all right, so there we go. All right, yeah, that was just the next day. So yeah, my foray into politics. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, what a dumbass. No, really, the cool thing is I have a cool story to tell, just like that. I mean, who else could say that they interviewed to be the mayor of the second largest city in their state? I mean, no one does that except me. Hello, and 12 other people. But that was cool. I still have the newspaper articles and all that, so I have the receipts in my scrapbook. Have the receipts. So yeah, it really did happen. And so I'm really glad that I did that because, it was cool. It was a fun experience. And also, during this experience, I learned that I don't want to go into politics. Hell no. And
No.
no on the politics. No, no, no. It's just too political. It's not my bag. I'm not a rule follower, by nature. I mean, you guys have probably gathered that through these videos you've been watching about me, that me and rules, not so much. I don't do rules so much. It's really not my jam, following rules. So anyway, me and politics, it's just not going to happen. And but it was a super fun experience. I don't regret it for a second. Good life experience. Yeah, so that is the craziest thing I've ever done, probably. That's what I'm going to have to title this video, one of the craziest things I've ever done in my life. And I have the receipts to prove it. So not a lot of people could say that. So kind of cool. Anyway, like I said, if you like this content, let me know. If you have ideas of things that you'd like me to talk about, my opinion on things, my take on certain things, put them in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you think it's worth sharing, share it. That's cool too. This channel is growing way faster than I thought it was going to grow. I mean, we're past 100 subscribers already, and I never thought we'd even hit 100. So thanks, guys. You're doing good. I appreciate you. That's a bishop's thing. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. It's a Utah word. Appreciate you. Anyway, I appreciate that all you guys hit the like button. They hit the subscribe button. You're making this channel grow. And, the comments that you put in the comment section are great comments. They're thoughtful comments. I appreciate all that too. So keep that stuff coming. And until we see you guys again next time, then peace out, would you? Have a great day.